My name is Sam. For those of you who may not be as new to the channel, this used to be Taquito 58 movie reviews. But after a hiatus of sorts, I decided to come back, but I'm going to expand what I review. So I will still make some movie reviews, not, well, I can't say consistently, but it won't just be movie reviews. I'm going to review tons of topics. So, to start off with a bang, I've got some milk that I found in my fridge. This is Kemps Select. It is milk from farmers who pledge to not use artificial growth hormones. It is 2% reduced fat milk, and it is 37% less fat than whole milk. This expires on May 22nd. Oh yeah, it's the 16th. Ooh, that was a close one. The serving size is 1 cup, which is 236 milliliters. The servings per container are 8. There is 130 calories in one serving. There are 45 calories from fat, which isn't too bad. There are 5 grams of total fat, which is 7% of your daily value. There is 3 grams of saturated fat, which is 15% of your daily value. There is 0 grams of trans fat, which maybe I should add in that the trans is italicized. There is 20 milligrams of cholesterol, which is 7% of your daily value. There is 125 grams of sodium, which is 5% of your daily value. There is 400 milligrams of potassium. Now, I'm kind of a potassium fanatic, so this is a good amount to get. It's 12% of your daily value. You can't really complain about that. And the total amount of carbohydrates are 13 grams, which is 4% of your daily value. There is 0 grams of dietary fiber, and there are 12 grams of sugar. But there are 8 grams of protein, which is 17% of your daily value. There is your 10% daily value of vitamin A, 2% of your vitamin C, 30% of calcium. There is no iron, that is 0%, and there is 25% of your vitamin D. So, we got the milk. This is a half gallon if I did not specify. Well, it's 1.89 liters. I think that's half a gallon. I don't know. I'm not a communist, so I don't really go by liters. That is some good milk. It tastes fatty, but it's actually not that much fat. So, oh, that's a plus. Oh, correction, this is half a gallon. On a other edge of it, it says it is a half gallon, showing a fraction with a 1 over a 2. So, that's how I know it's a half gallon. I suppose I should go into the channel a little bit more while I am drinking this milk. Some other things that I want to do is I want to explore some other avenues that I can take. If you can't tell, I'm wearing a Minnesota Vikings suit coat. So, what I might do is I might go into the Vikings regular season, kind of discuss their games. If you know, EDP, he's one of those guys. He talks about the Eagles, and I will talk about my Vikings. Speaking of which, Kyle Rudolph is an a-hole. The guy says he's too young to take a pay cut, but he's like 37 years old. I don't know. He's been on the team for like 8 years. If he was a real team player, he'd take a pay cut. Sure, Kirk Cousins is getting paid a king's ransom. But, I mean, we can't really restructure his, but we can restructure Kyle Rudolph's. So, I mean, take one for the team for God's sakes. I don't really get that. What I plan to make over this next month, I want to make a pizza review. I'm going to review some local pizza that's around the area. Um, Speaking of pizza, why do my friends hate me? I don't. You know, they're always calling me Grendel. It really gets in your skin after a while. Speaking of skin, drinking this amount of milk is starting to make my skin hurt. Um, Suppose that is probably the calcium taking its course. I'm not really an expert on that kind of stuff. Some other routes I'd like to take the channel is I want to review the Sonic movie. Um, the Sonic movie I think is getting a really bad rep. Um, I personally think that Sonic looked fine. Being a furry and all, I kind of enjoy that kind of stuff. Now I'm gonna underline that was a joke. I am not into that kind of thing. I don't know how long this camera's been going for. I feel like I've been sitting here for a very long time. There's about that much milk left. We're getting there. Just for reference, this is a blue cap. If you're a connoisseur of the color blue, you will enjoy this milk brand. Some other things that I want to go into is I want to do some reviews of albums and of video games. Well, an album that I plan to review soon is this album called Tour Bus, written by Ty Greben on SoundCloud. I don't want to give anything away, but there are some pretty good songs on there. He has a song where he discusses his dislike for the characters Minions from the Minion movie. And I honestly think it's a work of art. There was kind of like a freestyle section in that song where I don't know who it is, but it was a very well written, very well articulated group of lines. The guy is just phenomenal. Oh my god. For those who are curious, there is a serial number on the top of this milk. Um, it says 27 dash or hyphen 353, and then it says 22 colon 34 hashtag 2. Use that information as you want. I plan to also, I think I mentioned this earlier, but I plan to review video games as well. Um, there is this great game that's coming out. It's called it came out. It's called Planet Side 2. And I really want to play that game. Um, I think there's this very interesting game mode on it. It's called a closed beta. So I'm really excited to test that out. Also, while I'm doing these reviews, I may have these long instances where I am testing out the products. So if you want to go into the comments below and you want to leave me questions that you want me to answer, I will gladly answer most. I will use my own discretion, but 99% of questions I will answer. One thing that I noticed was that this cap is almost the color of my sock. In a certain light, it almost blends in. So you can use this color for reference. If you like that color, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I can't drink anymore. Oh. All right. So what do I think of the product? It is a very good half gallon of milk. I think that if you want to get your protein with not that much sugar and fat, this is the milk for you. Um, it's it's got a nice creamy taste to it. Um, it's very rich. It's very appealing. I've always been a fan of Kemps milk. I like all kinds of milk. This one is definitely one that I also thoroughly enjoy. Um, some other milk brands that can be compared to this would be Organic Valley. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below. You can leave comments of questions you want me to answer in the next review. I'm testing out the product. You can also leave comments on what I should review next. So yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day.